Hello students, good morning to all. Welcome back to Google Classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I am Beena, your math teacher. I hope all of you well and fine at home. Okay, see students, in last week we studied linear inequalities and its graphical representation. I hope all of you revised all these exercise questions very well and study. Okay, now in this session, we are going to discuss about a new chapter, namely permutations and combination. See, permutations and combination. So this topic is totally different from your other chapters. Okay, it's a new concept for you. So let's watch the video carefully. It's an interesting chapter. So let's see what is permutation as well as combination. Okay. Permutations and combinations. Okay, before the discussion of permutations and combination, let's see what is fundamental principle of counting or multiplication principle. Okay, suppose we have a word box. Okay, there are three letters. What are the letters? B, O, X. Now I am going to arrange or rearrange all these letters and form a new word with or without meaning. For example, BXO. This is a word. There is no meaning, anyway consider this is as a word. Now another one is XOB. Another one is XBO. Another OBX. Another OXB. So in this word BOX, there are three letters. Using these three letters, I arranged or formed 6 different words. Isn't it? All these are different words. Okay, these are different words. So, listen. Another example means from these three letters, I am going to find the arrangements of 2-letter words. 2-letter words. This is 3-letter words. Now, using these letters, we need to find 2-letter words. That means, suppose BO, it is a 2-letter word arrangement. OB, this is another one. Now, OX, XO, then what is BX, then XB, isn't it? Is any other combination? I mean another arrangements? No. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, isn't it? So these all are 2-letter words arrangement. These 6 are 3-letter arrangements. So in these two types of arrangements, we can see that there is an order. Okay, it's very important. There is an order. See, in this box, in this word, B is in first place, O is in second place, X is in third place. At the same time, in this case, B is in first place, X is in second place, O is in third place. So, in each and every arrangements, each letter carries its positions or its own places. So, there is a specific order in all these arrangements. Okay. So, order is compulsory for these type of arrangements. And these arrangements are called actually permutations. So, permutations means arrangements. So, in this section, we are going to discuss about how to permute or how to arrange any words, okay, any given words in its given order, that we are going to discuss. So, before the discussion, first we are going to see what is the meaning of multiplication principle. Okay, multiplication principle. Suppose, consider the same word box, and we need to find 2-letter word arrangements. Okay, 2-letter word arrangements. So we already count there are 6 different 2-letter words. Okay. Now listen, we need two letter word arrangements. So I draw a table and cut into or divided into two boxes because we need two letters. That's why. And listen, this is the first place and this is the second place. Just take, this is the first place and this is second place. Now in this first place we can write either B or O or X, isn't it? Suppose I am writing B. Then we can write O here, O or X. Okay, O or X. Never write B. If we write B, then it is a word just like BB. So the letter B is repeated. But we need two letter or two different letter word arrangements. So if we write in the first place O, so we can fill this second place with B or X. If we write the first place with X, then here we can fill by the letter either O or B. So listen, in the first place we can write either B or O or X. That is, the first place can be filled in three different ways. Is clear? Three different ways. Suppose we occupied or write B here. So one letter left. Now there are how many letters remaining? There are two letters are remaining. So this second place can be filled in two ways using these two different letters. Okay. So first place can be filled in three different ways. Three different ways means we can use B or O or X. And second place can be filled in two ways because already we fixed one letter here. So by fundamental principle of counting, the theorem states that, the result states that the total number of two letter different word arrangements is equal to 3 into 2, that is 6 different ways. Here 6 different ways. Okay. So this is the principle of what? Fundamental counting, fundamental principle of counting or multiplication principle. See, this is a simple word, that's why we can easily arrange all the words. Okay, if it is a huge word, large word, and cannot possible to arrange all the words at a time. So in this case we are introducing this a multiplication principle to find the total number of arrangements using different letters of the given word. Okay, let's see another word, rose. Listen, these four letters are different letters. No letter is repeating here, and therefore there are four letters and we need to arrange four different letter arrangements. Okay, so one of the arrangement is rose, another is ROES. It is another arrangement. Now REOS. It is another arrangement. RESO. RSEO. RSOE. Now ORSE. ORES. OSER. OSRE. OERS. OESR. Now another one is suppose S, starting with S. SROE. SREO. SEOR. SERO. SOER. SORE. So we started with R, O, S, then we can start with the E. Here also we will get some more arrangements. EROS, ERSO, ESOR, ESRO, EORS, EOSR. Okay. Now count, listen, these arrangements, all these arrangements are different because each and every letter carries their own places. That's why I mention all these are different letters, okay? Different words or different arrangements. Look at here, you can see that there are 6, 6, 6, 6. That is 6 into 4, 24 different arrangements. You can see 24 different arrangements are possible here. Okay. Suppose there is a word carrying 7 letters or 8 letters or 10 letters. It is not possible to write all the permutations or all the arrangements one by one. Okay. So in this case we can apply multiplication principle or fundamental principle of counting. So listen, we need 4 letter arrangements. So draw a box. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the first place, this is second place, this is third place, and it is fourth place. Because we need 4 different letter arrangements. Now listen, the first place. Here we can write either R or O or S or E. We can write any letter here. So the first place can be filled in 4 ways. Is clear? 4 ways. Now second place. Suppose we write R here. So just cut R. Now there are 3 letters. So in the second place we can write either O or S or E. So second place can be filled in 3 ways. Suppose we write E here. So just cut E. Now we have only 2 letters more. So third place can be filled in either with 0 or S. That is, third place can be filled in 2 ways. Suppose in third place we wrote S. So finally we have only 1 letter. So fourth place can be filled in 1 way. So by our fundamental principle of counting, total number of 4 letter arrangements. 4 letter arrangement is equal to, in the order we need to find 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. What is the answer? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1? 24. Look at here. Okay, so this is the fundamental principle of counting or multiplication principle. So this is the basic concept of permutation. Okay, this is permutation basic concept, multiplication principle. Okay, look at here. There are 6 different digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so using these 6 digits, we need to find 3-digit number. Okay, 3-digit number we need to create. So draw a box. 1, 2, 3. And there are 2 cases. Repetition of the digits is allowed and repetition of the digits is not allowed. Consider these 2 cases. Repetition is allowed means if we write 1 here, we can write 1 here also. That is the meaning repetition is allowed. Repetition is not allowed means if we write 1 here, then there is no chance or never write 1 in these 2 places. That is the meaning. Okay. Anyway, we need to find 3-digit numbers using these 6 different digits. So listen, in this case, repetition is allowed. Repetition is allowed. In this case, the first place, this is first place, this is second place, and this is third place. So in this place, first place, we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any digit we can write. So first place can be filled in 6 ways, isn't it? Yes. Now, second place. Listen, if we write 4, digit 4 here, this 4 is also write here also. And in third place also we can write. Okay, there is no what conditions. There is no condition. So second place can be filled in either by 1 or by 2 or by 3 or by 4 or by 5 or by 6. Any digit we can use here. So second place can be filled in 6 ways. Similarly, third place can be filled in 6 ways. So by multiplication principle, the total number of 3-digit numbers when repetition is allowed is 6 into 6 into 6. That is 216. So 216 different arrangements is possible when repetition is allowed. Okay. At the same time, repetition is not allowed. In this case, first place, second place, third place. First place can be filled in 6 ways because any of the 6 digit can be right here. At the same time, in second place, only 5 because already one digit occupied here. Okay, and we can't use the digit already fixed here. So remaining there are 5 digits and second place can be filled in 5 different ways. So in first place already one digit occupied and here another digit occupied. So 1 plus 1, 2 digits we occupied. So total we have 6 digits and occupied 2 digits. So there are 4 digits remaining and we can use any 4 digits to fill this third place. Is clear? So first place can be filled in 6 ways. Second place can be filled in 5 ways. Third place can be filled in 4 ways. So by multiplication principle, total number of 3-digit arrangements. Okay, 3-digit arrangements when repetition is not allowed is 6 into 5 into 4. This is into. Okay, 6 into 5 into 4. 6 into 5, 30. 30 into 4, 120 arrangements we will get. So, okay. So, this is the different things. Repetition is allowed and repetition is not allowed. Okay, this is very important concept in the following coming problems. Okay, you can see some exercise questions I explain. You can see. Okay. Now listen, suppose there is another question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So using these digits we need to find 3-digit even number. We need 3-digit even numbers. We need to find how many 3-digit even numbers are possible using with these digits. So we need 3 digits. So draw a box of 3 parts. So this is first place, this is second place and this is third place. So we need even number. That's very important. We need even number. When we say a number is even or odd, yes, its unit place determines, isn't it? Unit place determines whether the number is even or not. Suppose 21. Is it even? No, it is odd because unit place is 1. 24. Is it odd? No, it is even because unit place occupies with 4. So unit place determines whether the number is even or not. Okay. So we need even number. So we need even number. So we can consider this unit place as first place. Okay. Okay. So this is first place. It is second place. This is third place. That is first place means unit place. Second place means tens place. Third means hundreds place. Because we need even number. So first we need to fill unit place. Listen, to get a even number, unit place can be filled by either by 2 or by 4 or by 6. Isn't it? If we write here 2, then the 3-digit number becomes even. If we write 4, this 3-digit number becomes even. If we write 6, 3-digit number becomes even. Suppose it is 1. Is it even? No, it will become odd number. So unit place can be filled in 2 or 4 or 6 using these 3 digits. So unit place can be filled in 3 different ways. Okay, unit place can be filled in 3 different ways. Now listen, if repetition is allowed, in this case repetition is allowed. So what is the number of chances to occupy the second place? We can use any number here. So second place can be filled in 6 ways. Third number or third place can be filled in 6 ways. So by multiplication principle, unit place can be filled in 3 ways. Second place can be filled in 6 ways. Third place can be filled in 6 ways. So 3 into 6 into 6. That is 3 into 36. 100 ways. If repetition is not allowed, in this case, listen, this unit place can be filled in 3 ways. So one digit we fix it here. One even number we fix it here. So tens place can be filled in 5 ways. Okay. And third place can be filled in 4 ways. So 3 into 5 into 4. So in this manner we can find the different possible permutations or arrangements using the concept of what? Multiplication principle. Okay. Multiplication principle or fundamental principle of counting. This is the basic concept of permutations. So I am repeating, permutations means arrangements keeping some order. Okay, arrangements keeping some order. Okay, now see a notation, namely factorial. Factorial notation. Factorial notation is this one. And n factorial. This is a notation, and actually this is the product of natural numbers starting with n and decreasing by 1. Okay, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, n minus 1, minus 1, n minus 2, decreasing, ending at 3 into 2 into 1. So this is actually factorial. For example, 4 factorial. Actually, this is the product of natural numbers starting with 4 and decreasing by 1, ending at 1. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 4 factorial. What is 5 factorial? Start with 5. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 3. Isn't it? Similarly, we can define n factorial starting with n. N into n minus 1. Again decreasing. N minus 1 minus 1. N minus 2. N minus 3. N minus 4. So, decreasing into 3 into 2 into 1. So, it is n factorial. So, using this factorial notation, we are defining permutation formula. Okay, permutation formula. Now listen, what is 10 factorial? 10 factorial is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so this can be also written as 10 into, what is this part? 9 into 8 into 7 into, this can be written as 9 factorial, isn't it? 10 into 9 into, suppose 10 into 9. Consider this part, 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. What is this? It is 8 factorial. Okay, 6 factorial. This can be written as 6 into 5 factorial. 11 factorial. This can be written as 11 into 10 factorial. So, n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. It is a result. Okay, n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. Now, there is a definition. It is by heart. 0 factorial is 1. By heart, this 0 factorial is equal to 1. So, that's about factorial notation. What is 3 factorial plus 4 factorial? Is it 7 factorial? Wait, we can see, we can check. What is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, plus. What is 4 factorial? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 into 1, 6 plus 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 4 into 3, 12. 12 into 2, 24. 6 plus 24, 30. Is it 7 factorial? 7 factorial is 7. What is 7 factorial? It is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. It is never equal to 30. So 3 factorial plus 4 factorial is not equal to 7 factorial. Okay. So this is factorial notations. So using this factorial notation, we will see how to define permutation. Okay. Okay.